In this video, we're going to talk about mandamus actions in the immigration world. When you're suing the government, you're using the courts to force the government agencies to speed it up, essentially, because not doing so, it's actually a violation of their duties. Technically, you could do a mandamus action against any government agencies like the DMV or Parks and Recs or a public university. In this video, we're talking about USCIS. We're gonna answer all the key questions people keep on asking us when they go through the mandamus process. We've been doing this for years, so hopefully in this concise video, we'll be able to share everything we can with you. All right, let's get to it. Hi everyone, my name is Joseph. I'm the managing partner here at Tsang and Associates, where we solve legal problems with creative solutions. The first question we always get is this going to adversely affect my case? I feel like most clients are reading too much into it. They think that there's this officer that is just looking at their case and their career is dedicated to approving their case. These officers are adjudicating hundreds of cases. Every single day, it's just paperwork. They're stamping things and moving things along. They have no emotional connection. So when you actually assert your right, it's actually a little bit more interesting. And you're not actually claiming anything huge. Government is just taking too long to process your case. When you can make these good arguments, these officers typically adjudicate their case. Now, the second reason, when you sue the government, you're actually filing this case against people, against the directors of each individual agencies. What do you think they're gonna do? Are they gonna even open it and look at like, oh no, there's a 9-year-old kid, I didn't know that. They're not even gonna read it. You know what they do? They immediately take it's a mandamus action, send it to the department. Then the department, whoever is adjudicating your cases, whatever the reason why your case is being denied, now somebody's looking into it. And the director needs to have a formal response to the courts because they're the ones being sued. And so now, whoever's managing this case is like, sorry, director, it's been taking too long. They adjudicate the case. They tell the director is able to tell the courts, look, we are dealing with it now. It's going to be done soon. Please close the case. That's usually what they tell us. But eventually, they have to give a formal reply to the courts because the courts is what's keeping them accountable. Most people don't even know what are the requirements, what are the elements for a mandamus action. There's only 3. I'm going to read it to you. It's very clear. 1, he or she has a clear right to the relief requested. 2, the defendant has a clear duty to perform the act in question. They are the government agencies, right? They are responsible. There's a form that explains what they're supposed to do. And 3, no other adequate remedy is available. Who else can issue you a citizenship other than the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services? So these 3 things is what entitles you to do a mandamus action. But typically you want to prove that you've tried. Did you talk to a manager? Did you try everything that you can easily do? Show me you actually tried. And then what was the response? Or if there's no response, document there's no response. In the case of USCIS, you call the 800 number, you talk to Emma, you try to go to a tier 2, you go to field office, you've tried every single way. Some people should try congressional inquiries. You don't necessarily have to. You document all of that and say, look, and it's still taking way too long, and my life now is suffering because of that delay. The last thing I want to talk about is what does the mandamus action look like? Procedurally, what does it feel like? What does it look like? What do I expect? Well, first, before you file the case in federal court, you need to gather everything together. Maybe you want other plaintiffs to join you. There's pros and cons to that. You want to maybe try to exhaust the remedies, even though you don't have to. But while the lawyer is already preparing your case, you might as well go make a phone call. You might as well go to a field office and do an info pass. It strengthens your case. That could take a week, which we usually take a week to 2 weeks, but it could take 2 months, 3 months as well. Once everything is ready, then you file the mandamus action. The mandamus action goes to federal court. The federal court serves all the directors at all the different agencies. Then they have a responsible time to respond. Typically, we see 60 days, but sometimes they respond within 2 days or 3 days. Typically, there's a mandamus legal team that gets these and they now have to process. And now their legal counsel would directly look into why your case is taking so long. If they can approve it internally within a couple days, they tend to just do that. But if they can't, for whatever reason, usually they will respond back to the court, back to us, let us know it's going to take a little bit longer. Please give us an extension. Typically, most lawyers will give them that extension. They need to process it. Then once they approve the case, they will let us know, we've already approved the case is in the mail, please close the case. Don't close the case until we get the card in hand so we know case has officially been, then we close it. A mandamus action, the whole thing If the government keeps on requesting extensions, if your case is complicated, it could take 6 months to 9 months. Generally, you want to sue on mandamus when you've tried things, you cannot wait any longer, things are actually really urgent, and your case is pretty strong, and you know it can be approved. If you have any questions about mandamus, feel free to reach out. Would love to talk to you. Take care. Bye-bye.